thank you for joining me. This is a seated in a chair strength workout, particularly for people who are having a little bit of gastric distress. I am one of those people, and this is probably also good for people who are not necessarily comfortable standing up to do exercise, maybe older adults, maybe if you're pregnant and you're having a little bit of indigestion today, or if you just want to try a new version of a strength workout seated in your chair. If you want to secretly do strength workout at work, at your desk, this is good for you too. So what I have going on here is I have ankle weights. I also have all of my weights as well as my cloth bands and my large loop band set up in such a way as I don't have to stand up and bend over too far to get them. My goal in this class is to take out some of the additional motion so we can just focus on the strength and not accidentally make ourselves feel nauseous by spinning around or bending over or facing the ground or any other direction. Quick reminder that feeling compelled to do exercise when you're not healthy is a red flag, right? So you should only be here taking this class if you're pretty dang sure that exercise will make you feel better. If you get about 10 minutes into the class and you're still feeling pretty poorly, then it's probably not the best day for you to do this workout. You can come do it another time. And also, if you are struggling with like chronic issues, chronic dizziness, nausea, indigestion, gastric distress, then you should get approval from your doctor before doing any fitness exercises, including this class here today. But if you're just ready to get some blood flowing and you're hoping not to exacerbate whatever digestive symptoms you have, I'm in your boat and we're gonna do this together. Let's push play. Okay, so let's start with this stretch. Bring one arm across, and then bring that same arm behind your head, pull your elbow down, and then bring that same arm behind your back, pull your head away from it unless that makes you dizzy. And again, one arm across, same arm behind your head, same arm behind your back. Final time, arm across, behind your head, and behind your back. And now let's switch side. Arm across, behind the head, and behind the back. Keep going. Just a reminder, if you don't have all of that, the things I have, if you don't have all the loop bands, if you don't have the ankle weights, that's okay. You can just make do without. A lot of the time, if you're coming back from illness, even just getting some blood flow, just a little movement can make a world of difference. So it's okay to do it just body weight only. Good. Roll your shoulders back in circles and switch directions. Great. Take one hand down to the side of your chair and then bring the other arm over for a side body stretch. You can keep that hand on the side of your chair just to make sure you don't topple out of it. And now come through center and switch. Hand to the side of your chair, arm over. Another thing, if your lower back is feeling sensitive, you can put a pillow or something behind your low back for extra support. Good, let's come through center. Take one arm across to the opposite knee. Use the chair to twist and look back. Going slowly here, allowing your eyes to settle on one point. That'll help with the dizziness. And then go to the opposite direction. Make sure you're pressing your knee into your hand. And now come to the center, widen your legs and sit further back into your chair. Good, and now press your elbows onto your knees and just lean forward, opening up your groin a bit. And now drop one shoulder to the center at a time, stretching your low back. Good. Great. Move yourself forward onto your chair. Okay, we're gonna start with a bicep curl just to kind of see how we're feeling today. So you can go pretty heavy here sitting on your chair in your bicep curl if you're down with it. I'm gonna rotate, I'm gonna sit right on the front edge of my chair so it doesn't get in the way. I start with a neutral grip and then rotate. Go for it. 45 seconds here. So we're rotating the hands around so that we can get our elbows fully extended at the bottom and then turn our palms in toward our shoulders. By the way, if you are struggling with an upset stomach, it's perfectly normal that you might be farting and burping during this class. It's a huge benefit of home workouts, so embrace it. In fact, if you fart a lot, it's probably a good sign. Probably showed that you needed the class. Good. 15 seconds. Whew. 5 seconds. Great. And release. Okay. We're gonna superset this with a leg raise. So using the ankle weights or not, you'll extend your leg, try to lift your thigh off the chair and go side to side. Go for it. So you're bringing that leg up really high. Good. I'm not going to tell you today to engage your core muscles, right? I don't want you to accidentally push out something that you'd really rather stay down. However, I will tell you to think about the sides of your belly and even your back muscles and try to create a sort of can, like a can of, I don't want to say beans because that also brings us back to flatulence, but like a strong can, a can of coconut milk that encases your entire spine and holds it still. Good. And release. Good. Give a little shake to those hip flexors. We're back to our bicep curls. This leg raise exercise is actually really great for our knees. It's something I wish I incorporated more often. Today's a great excuse. Ready? Go. Good. Rotate hands to face your shoulders. Now, if you typically go light on bicep curls, today is your day to go real heavy. Because seated in this chair, you've got tons of back support. There should be no swinging of your elbows, no swinging of your spine. You can afford to add a little bit of heat. Good. 15 seconds. Woo. Almost there. 5 seconds. Good. 2. Rest. Okay, we're gonna do that leg raise. This time, we're just gonna do one-legged repetition. So you lift, lower, and I do want you to still bend and stretch. The goal is to get your thigh off the chair. Go. If you'd like, you can push your hands onto that side of the sides of your chair to brace your abs. Now, as you lift, point your toe. Good. You might see those hamstrings working. If you don't have ankle weights, you could also put a weight on your quadricep. But I'm really looking here for that inside of knee, your vasti medialis muscle. And so with the ankle weight, I'm really able to tone that muscle. 15 seconds. Good. 10 seconds. Ooh. See that quadricep engage at the top. Rest. Ooh. Okay, one more round of bicep curls and we move to the other leg. Don't forget which leg you were using. You're gonna wanna switch legs. Okay, 5 seconds till we start. Ready, go. Shoulders stay stacked directly over your hips. Make sure that your elbows are in line with your torso. They do not swing back. Exhale on the lift, inhale on the lower. Lower slowly. 15 seconds. Whew. and 1. Okay, now we go to the opposite leg. Ow. Ugh. I hate when I get my fingers stuck between weights. All right, 5 seconds. Ready, go. So again, I'm gonna brace myself. Now make sure also that your foot is not rotating open. There's no lateral motion of your foot. That toe points directly in line with your hip, and the thigh lifts completely off the chair. Good. Press your palms into the chair. Try to completely straighten your knee. Whew. 15 seconds. Almost there. Try not to let your leg just flop back down. Hold it for a moment. I know you're getting tired. Rest. Nice. Okay, so we can do a figure 4 stretch. Bring one ankle over the other thigh. And while you're there, you can take off these ankle weights. And then you switch sides. Okay, nice job. So I vote that we get our hands over our head, and we're actually going to do a little hip mobility after this. So we're going to grab one single hand weight, try to pick, and we've got an overhead tricep extension. So arms up, elbows near your head, heavy weight, ready, go. Same thing here, where you've got one exercise for 45 seconds. Good. After this, we're gonna do a little hip mobilization on each leg, and then we'll go back to this overhead tricep extension. Your elbows should stay as close to your head as you can get them for the entire duration of the exercise. So I often see people keeping their elbows close to their head when the weight goes down, but then they let their elbows flare when the weight goes up. I want to keep it close the whole time. 5 seconds. Good. And rest. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do kind of a fun little hip movement. We open one leg to the side, and then we drop our other leg down so that the knee is underneath the hip. You might recognize this as like a 90-90. My back arm is holding onto the back of my chair. Then I'm going to flex my foot and push my toes into the ground. From here, keeping my hips still, I'm going to open my knee out to the side, but I'm not opening my torso or my hip. I'm just flaring, releasing. Open, close. So let's say 6 more. 5. The hip joint should be hanging off that chair. I just got one pop out of my hip. That's a great sign. Good, and release. And now we switch to the other side. So you drive your big toe into the ground. Make sure your knee is under your hip. Hang your thigh off the chair. And now open, close, open, close. 6 more. Really push that toe into the ground so it's like you're squishing a cockroach. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Excellent. Come back to the center. Nice. Okay, let's go again for our tricep overhead extension. 5 seconds till we start. Ready, go. Even though I'm not going to talk much about your abs today, I do want you to try to make sure your rib cage is not pushing forward. So keep your rib cage pushing towards your spine. Good. If this is too easy, go down fast, up slow. Yes. Down fast, up slow. And I do hope you have a wide variety of weights near you so you can add on more intensity when the time is right. Good. You might be able to go heavier here than you think because we have both arms on this weight. Great, and release. Okay, let's do that hip mobilization. Know where you're gonna look first so you don't get too dizzy. Slide that hip off the chair, flex 90-degree angle. It can help to look in a mirror. Here you go. Open 8 and 7. Really squeeze as far as you can. Make sure that your other leg stays still. One more. Cool, and then let's switch sides. I love adding mobility into kind of feel-good workouts like this, you know? Doing good things for our body because it'll help us feel better. Go. Good. Here's 2. Here's 1. Excellent. Okay, final round. Can you add on some weight to that overhead tricep extension? Good. We'll start in 5 seconds. Ready, go. Final 45. I do often prefer using one single weight in the tricep extensions, overhead version, because it really helps to keep that narrow elbow stance. Inhale down, exhale up. Woo! Ow! 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, and rest. Excellent. Okay, I think that's enough hip mobilization. So, good job. Whew. Let's stretch our tricep, one arm behind. Either your other hand greets it or you just pull your elbow down like before. If it doesn't make you dizzy, you can look away from the arm behind you. Good, and then let's switch. This is also a good workout if you're in some phase of your cycle that's making you feel a little dizzy. That happens, you know. You're not crazy, it's really happening. So, and release. Okay, so now we're gonna do a front raise and an abduction. You can use your medium band or your tight band. I think I'm gonna start with a medium band and see if it's enough, and then maybe go to my tight band. So again, you're sitting on the front end of your seat and you'll push your legs out and out. What we don't wanna do is let them flop in. We wanna keep them neutral, wider, neutral, wider. Neutral is knees over ankles. And then in between you can rest your legs, just let it be a little slack. And then for our front raise, this one, you'll have a kind of limited range of motion, which actually might make it more difficult because you never get that stretch. Well, or you can have your hands, should we do a diagonal front raise? That'll be better. Let's go ahead and do that. So, just kidding, your range will not be limited, which means I'm gonna go slightly heavier here. So you're basically going to the front, from the front corners of your chair, up and out on the diagonal. Okay, ready? Go. I thought I would have a hard time today not telling you to brace your abs, because that's just like, it's almost like a tick I have after all these years of teaching fitness. But you know what? Every time I think about saying it, I immediately am like, ooh, I do not want to squeeze my stomach right now. So it's really helping me not give that cue. I'm just teaching what I want to be taught right now, right? We're just doing what I want to do. I hope that you enjoy it too. If you do, check out the links below. Join my Patreon or give me a tip for this class. There's something called Buy Me a Coffee, and you can just give me a tip for whatever value you think the class was worth. Rest. Now we're gonna go into our abduction, our AB. So feet are flat on the ground. Check to make sure they're symmetrical. I also like to use my arms to brace myself here. Ready, go. I will give a few variations of this exercise as well. So from the get-go, it wasn't really difficult enough. It was too easy for me to let my knees go all wiggly waggly. So I needed to open my feet wider so I could press my knees out more. And then I started to get that sensation right on the outside of my glutes. Good. Press and press. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Ow. Really push. Don't let the knees just come back in. Really push, find the hold, and release. Nice. Okay, so we have that diagonal front raise again. Key here, make sure that your shoulders don't slide towards your ears. Keep them low. Ready, go. Hands should be just about in line with the shoulders. And if it's easy, it's fast up, slow down. This is kind of a difficult exercise to find the right weights for, especially if you're kind of limited in what you have accessible to you in your home workout, for example. So starting to learn how to change the tempo is a really good skill. It helps you figure out how to make an exercise more difficult with the exact same resources. 5 seconds. Good, and release. All right, for this round of abduction, go ahead and lift your heels off the ground so you're on your toes. Start with the feet wide enough, and the band should be pretty close to your knees. Ready, go. If the band is too high up the thighs, it will not be enough work. And we are here for work, even if we are also attempting not to vomit. We are here for work. We are here for a vomit-free workout session. Please and thank you. Ow. Oh, the burn is real. 15 seconds. Good. 10 seconds. 5. And rest. Woo! Give that butt a little hit. All right, diagonal front raise. 5 seconds. Final round here. Shoulders up, back and down. Go. You might exhale up, inhale down, if that helps you keep your rib placement. But I think it just makes more sense to inhale up, exhale down. So you do what works for you and also what keeps you feeling good. If you have a recurring creak in your shoulder, really make sure the bottom wings of your shoulder are pulled together. 5 seconds. Good. 2 and 1. The final variation of our abduction is only if it doesn't make you feel sick. It's a hinge forward, looking at the ground below your feet and bracing your hands on the chair. You might need to scoot back a little bit for that. Go. You can have your toes up or down. I'm gonna actually lift my toes up because I just felt a little bit more engagement from my hips that way. 30 seconds. Ow, geez. Ugh. 15. Ow. 5 seconds. The burn, the burn, the burn. Rest. Oh, okay. Take that band off. We're gonna stretch out our hip. So take one leg over and then twist towards your top leg side. This just feels good anyway. And now come back to center and switch. Good, and center. Okay, so we have one more round of exercises to go. We're gonna do a halo and a row. So this is both. Oh no, I did want to do dips. I'll give you an option. I'm gonna say, no, let's go halo. Let's go halo, sorry. So for your row, we're gonna bring one foot forward and it'll be flexed. And we're gonna take that band and we're gonna loop it so it's crossed over itself. And then we'll row back, hands probably in line with your mid ribs, elbows slightly wide and behind you, okay? So we'll do one leg then the other, then probably both. And then for the halo, you're gonna wanna get one heavier weight. You hold it at your chest, you go all the way around your back and to the front, okay? Let's start there, go. So I'm gonna have you go in one direction, and then I'm gonna have you switch direction when we get halfway through the set. I chose this for the shoulder mobility. It can be so nice to free up tension around the shoulders in any way. And then you'll switch direction. Good, 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Good, and rest. Okay, quickly transition. We grab the band, we wrap it around our foot. If you just have hand weights, you can also just do this with light hand weights. Just do the motion of the row with a weight in each hand. Ready, go. Keep that leg on the ground. Your knee can be softly bent of the grounded leg. So one knee is very bent, the other knee is softly bent. Sorry, I have gastric distress and I'm trying to teach a fitness class. It's amazing I can say anything at all. And I'm exercising. I should feel proud of myself, you guys should too. Everyone, let's just be proud of our accomplishments thus far. 5 seconds. And release, nice. Ooh, feels good, I love that upper back squeeze. Okay, halo in 5 seconds. Once again, just one side. Just try to start to the opposite direction as you started last time, go. I'll tell you when to switch direction. Halo over pigtails is definitely a more difficult variation. Good, and switch your direction. Seconds. 5. Rest. Okay, we have that row, banded row, opposite foot. Don't forget to cross the band over itself. 5 seconds till we start. Ready, go. Thumbs will probably come somewhere near your bottom ribs. Good. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, rest. Okay. And we have one more round of those halos. If you'd like to mix it up and it doesn't make you feel mixed up, you can go side to side. Ready, go. Just making myself laugh here. It's like I purposely chose this class so I could tell all my dumb gastric distress jokes, you know? Nope, didn't do this on purpose. No, this is what happens when you commit to teaching a certain number of classes a week and your body has other plans, you know? But no, I'm serious. I feel good. I know this class is gonna make me feel better. If I didn't, I would not force myself to do it. I'm not forcing myself to do anything today. I'm showing up and meeting myself where I am at. Rest, which is all I expect of you to do. We're just honest with our body. We commit to our exercise. We find what's gonna work for us that day. We challenge ourselves as much as we can, when we can, and the rest of the time we just show up. Both legs, go! So the band is wrapped around both legs. The elbows pull back. I know that blood flow will help cleanse my system. I know that breath will help cleanse my brain. I know that my body will thank me if I listen to it. That's what I'm doing today. I hope you are too. 10 seconds. 5, 2, rest. That's it, yes. Let's stretch. Whew, I'm proud of us. Good job. So, first thing first, wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. Hold on to your shoulders. And then lift and lower your elbows. You can even wrap really far back towards your shoulder blades. Good, one more. And now let's open and switch. Good. Feel the tension release from your shoulders and upper back. Great. And then release. Okay, we'll stretch our hip flexor, kind of like how we did that mobility earlier. So turn to the side, same situation. This time slide your foot far back. And then from here, you can let your inner thigh press toward the chair, or you can wiggle your knee a little bit. This time it's nice and light, relaxed. Your toenails are on the ground this time. And then if it feels good, twist towards your chair and look back. Hi, Kitsy. You know what always makes you feel better? No matter the element? Cats. Yep. Always make you feel better. And now switch to the opposite side. Wiggle that knee. And if it feels good, twist toward the chair. Excellent. Come back to the front of the chair. Take your hands to the chair and then allow your chest to just kind of fall forward. You might need to scoot your butt back so you don't topple yourself over. If it feels good, you can walk your hands further up the chair, but you don't need to get your head too low. And take some deep breaths into your chest. Release. Excellent. Okay. Inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale, give yourself a bow. I am so proud of you for showing up for this workout today. I am so proud of you for listening to your body, for committing to your fitness, I hope that you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.